According to statistics, over 12,000 people has been killed in Iran protests. In fact, Donald Trump is urging the people to continue protesting because help is on the way. Internet has been blacked out, everything has been shut down, but Elon Musk Starlink has revealed a lot of videos that they think that can never be revealed. If not for Elon Musk Starlink, that America, Donald Trump asked Elon Musk that please help me with Starlink to make sure that I see everything that is happening in Iran. And yes, everything has been exposed that over 12,000 people has been killed. This is what they want to hide in secret. Because Donald Trump is preparing now to go and attack Iran and remove Ayatollah away from that regime. In fact, before we continue, let's listen to this news.
We said yesterday that Iran had four options to stop the ongoing unrest, and one of them was violence, a brutal, merciless crackdown. Looks like the regime has chosen this option. As we speak, internet is still banned in Iran, but some videos have started to trickle in, and I must say they are disturbing. They reveal the scale and brutality of what's happening in Iran. Let's start with numbers. One Iranian official says 2,000 protesters have been killed so far. One Iranian media house says 12,000 have been killed. Let me repeat that. 12,000 protesters killed. Both these numbers suggest a bloodbath. I'll put this number in context for you. The Ukraine war killed 2,500 civilians in 2025. That's an actual war spread over 365 days. In Iran, more civilians were killed in 15 days. And most of the brutality was reportedly unleashed on two nights, the nights of January 8th and 9th. If true, then this could be one of the deadliest episodes in Iranian history, a case of mass slaughter and murder. Tonight we bring you the evidence of this evil, and we'll start with a hospital in Kahrizak. This is a city located in just south of Tehran. Videos show a medical center lined with dead bodies. Take a look at this. Dozens of bodies strewn around, desperate families searching for their kin. Such videos have emerged from across Iran. The problem is we cannot verify the dates. Maybe these videos are from the weekend, maybe they're from last Friday, maybe they're from yesterday. The fact is we do not know. As long as we don't know, we cannot gauge the current situation, what is happening now. It's not clear. In fact, let me show you another video. This is from a cemetery in the capital, Tehran. You can see that dozens of mourners have gathered. They are shouting, "Down with Khamenei." Again, the date is unknown. Let me show you two more videos. They were shot from two different Iranian cities, Tehran and Bandar Abbas. Both clips show massive rallies and marches. Take a look. Again, same problem. Did these protests happen yesterday or did they happen last week? Thanks to the internet shutdown, we do not know. So let's keep these videos aside. Instead, let's look at eyewitness testimonies. Some Iranians have been able to make phone calls today. And here's what some of them are saying. I will quote eyewitness accounts. "I saw it with my own eyes. They fired directly into lines of protesters and people fell where they stood. We are fighting a brutal regime with empty hands." Here's another testimony. "Even remote neighborhoods of Tehran were packed with protesters, but on Friday, security forces only killed and killed and killed. Seeing it with my own eyes made me so unwell that I completely lost morale. Friday was a bloody day." This is what most witnesses are saying, that Friday was a turning point. But why is that? Let's look at the timeline. On January 6th, the exiled Reza Pahlavi called for a public protest. He is the son of Iran's last Shah, Reza Pahlavi. He asked the people of Iran to turn out on January 8th, which was Thursday. So on January 8th, Iran shut off the internet. Their plan was to hide the crackdown from the world. Still, some videos have emerged. In fact, look at this clip from January 8th. You can hear multiple gunshots ring around Tehran. Then yesterday, Iran's foreign minister spoke to the media. He said the situation was under control.
Our law enforcement forces now have full control of the situation. We hope that no miscalculations will be made by other countries. From our perspective, what happened over the 3 days from January 8th to 10th was a continuation of the 12-day war, planned from abroad and aimed at dragging unrest into our country.
So what happened from January 8th to January 10th? A slaughter beneath an internet blackout. That is what happened. Like I said, we do not know the situation right now. Witnesses say people are too scared to go out. They're mostly chanting slogans from rooftops and balconies. If true, is this the end of the unrest? That could very well depend on US President Donald Trump, because the White House says Trump is considering airstrikes on Iran.
Well, I think one thing President Trump is very good at is always keeping all of his options on the table. And airstrikes would be one of the many, many options that are on the table for the commander-in-chief.
Today will be a crucial day. Trump is set to be briefed on the Iran crisis. Reports say he will be given a set of options like airstrikes, cyber attacks, and internet support. And just a short while ago, the US president, in fact, posted on social media, he's urging Iranians to keep protesting. That's what Trump is telling the people of Iran. Let me quote from what he said. I have cancelled all meetings with Iranian officials until the senseless killing of protesters stops. Help is on its way. Make Iran great again. So Trump says help is on the way. Does that mean military help? We are seeing some increase in US military activity in the region. Multiple US warplanes took off from the Al Udeid air base in Qatar. These include refueling planes and B-52 bombers. Israeli media says these planes were spotted near Iranian airspace. The Israeli military is also watching closely. They say they are on alert for a surprise US attack. Well, with Trump, you can never rule it out. Having said that, he will have two concerns. One, there is no US aircraft carrier in West Asia. The last one was redeployed to the Caribbean in October, and striking without an aircraft carrier or a carrier group is a big risk. It limits American firepower. Secondly, Iran knows what is coming. If the US attacks, they will likely hit back. The Iranians, they will hit back at US bases in West Asia, at America's Arab allies, and even at Israeli cities. So West Asian countries are wary of a US attack. Qatar, for example, is opposing it. Of course, the final decision is up to Donald Trump. Whatever he chooses, his window is small. On the ground, the protesters cannot sustain this momentum forever. By some accounts, it's already winding down. So Trump needs to make a decision fast. Does he pull the trigger? Does he wait for more US firepower? Or does he let it pass? It's a decision that could reshape